N3YUG, K2LF.
MMR, WP8 MMR, field day test.
In Indiana.
Yeah, hey Jason, how you doing? I know some others were calling you. I'll keep it short. I only have a few minutes. I'm going to be outside. Got to get some ice and stuff off the driveway, but just prepping more for the storm coming up. Got to get the snowblower and some stuff going. Then I'm going to make some contacts on winter field day a little later too. So that's about it, Jason. Not a lot happening here. How about your side? Yeah, Roger, Jason. Yeah, same here. We have no idea. I mean, you know, the funny part is no one here wants to commit on, and you have to hold on for 1 second. My amp is going to turn on. I want to turn it off. Hold on 1 second here. Okay. So yeah, no one wants to commit on the. It's funny, you know, they used to always commit 2 weeks ahead of time on how much snow we're going to get, and they're always off by a lot. And now they're not even committing now. So, but we're getting two storms actually. We're getting one that's coming from the west, and we're getting that one that's coming up the coast. So we're gonna. Who knows what's going to happen? They're saying anywhere between maybe like 5 to 8 to 12. But you know, we'll see. The last one wasn't as big as they thought. The last couple weren't as big as they thought. So who knows? But you got to be ready for it. I'm going to prepare for the worst and just, you know, hope that it's something, you know, a few inches or whatever. Kind of tired of winter already, and we just had that cold. I don't know if you had it down there, but we had, you know, the bitter cold here for the last 2 or 3 days where it's in the teens. We're really 30, 40 mile an hour winds, so that was not pleasant being outside, Jason. Anyway, hey, I'm going to be back on later. I was just on my way outside, and I checked my phone. I saw you were calling CQ, so I just wanted to jump in, see if I can reach you. And you, by the way, you're about 15 over S9, beautiful signal. And just let me know what I'm doing here. I don't have the amp on right now, Jason. Go ahead. N3YUG, K2LF. Thanks, Jason. I'll look for that YouTube video also. And I know there was others calling you, so I'll let you get back to them. Yeah, I'll be back in a little while. Thanks, Jason.
Kilo Charlie 1.
N4UFS, field day portable. Golf Alpha.
WA8FOZ.
That's correct.
Kilo Charlie 1, Golf Tango Kilo.
Here with a 9 over 9, nice and clear, and hopefully I'm doing the same. Yeah. Roger, name here is Charlie, and we're in Arundel, Maine, which is just a little south of Portland, and season about 20 degrees here today. Sun's out right now, and the prediction is for 4 to something, and they haven't made any other explanations. Roger, KC1MGA. No, Jason, we were trying to think about going out this morning and throwing another wire up for the day, but when I saw it was -7 here at 9 o'clock this morning, I changed my mind rather quickly. Cool, back to you.
Just going out to a double bazooka, 0 40 meters, something about 50 feet. It's our working conditions today. We'll hang out and play a little bit, and then we'll give the winter field day, the guys that really went out there and got out in the cold weather, we'll give them as many contacts as we can, I guess, here this afternoon and some this evening. So that'll fill some time in at the radio there.
Yeah, Roger. I was definitely looking forward to that winter field day, at least from here to try and at least make contact. I really feel like I'm basically set up here temporarily with just a running an FTDX 1200 at about 100 watts with about a 40-foot end set thrown up in a tree with a whole bunch of counterpoise, and that seems to be working fairly well for me at this point.
Just watched a pretty good video the other day on the NFED, and some of the some Australian guys did some testing on a setup, and they changed a lot of parameters, counterpoises, counterpoise lengths, and just different balance and everything. They did a really good video that kind of gave a lot better idea than a lot of websites do on the NFED. And you know, the people that come up with, oh, you don't need any counterpoise and you can just plug it in directly into the radio, and they did a pretty good job at showing why, and they pulled some information from another gentleman that wrote a lot of information on a website, and then they incorporated what they saw in their testing as well. So it was pretty good setup for really how to make an NFED work right, and either a ground or a good counterpoise is I think the key, because otherwise you're relying on the amount of coax you have, and then it changes with every couple feet of coax what the antenna's actually doing, I think, there.
Yeah, Roger. I've done a lot of outdoor setups and temporary setups in my short time in Ham here, and had a lot of fun with counterpoise, and found that what I've got for counterpoise here at my shack, there's 3 elements of counterpoise going out as 80 meter, 3 elements, 20, and the same thing all the way down to 6, and it seems to help in all cases to make this a lot more wide-banded than I expected it would be. And so far, so good. It works. We did a lot of experiments with roll-up tape measures and things like that, and in a pinch, they'll work as well. Back to you.
Yeah, very good, very good. And yeah, I've played and done some experimenting with the end feds and some off-center feds, and the off-center fed that I put up seemed to be pretty good. The different configurations on the end fed, if I had a good ground radio system to it, I think it would have been fine, but I was kind of playing with the single ground and different lengths and different 6-to-1, 9-to-1 balance and things, but yeah, it's something always to play with, and that's what makes it fun anyways. But Charlie, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. There was several others calling out there, so I want to see if we could work a few more here. It was great to talk to you there, and you sound great coming down the coast today from up there in Maine. Take care, stay warm, and stay safe up there. KC1MGA, November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf. November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf, KC1MGA. Likewise, it's been very pleasant to speak with you and nice to make your acquaintance. And let's see. Oh yeah, the park owner here just came through with his snowplow on, so it must be serious. So we'll get back to you some other time, and good luck today, and hopefully we'll have a good afternoon of contesting. KC1MGA, I'll be clear, 7-3. Yeah, okay there, Charlie. Very good, and have yourself a great one there. It's nice to talk to you today. This is November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf, calling CQ on 40 meters and listening for any calls. The station calling, call again, please.
Charlie.
Was it John in there? Alpha Whiskey Charlie, was that you in there, John?
Well, there's a W1 Juliet Whiskey Charlie.
Yeah, W1 Juliet Whiskey Charlie, okay. I thought I heard station down North Carolina there, W4AWC in there, but didn't get any answer. So maybe I was hearing your call and thinking of that call. It looks like we got Jerry up there in Massachusetts. Jerry, good afternoon. Hope all's going well up there in your direction, and we're staying here at the radio and goofing around a little bit at home. So enjoying the inside temperatures anyways. N3YUG back to W1JWC.
Okay, N3YUG. I think I got that right, and I think the name is Jason, if I got the call right. Yeah, you got it, Jerry. We are here in western Massachusetts, where it is, well, we started out at -10 this morning, and we are now up to an all-time high here for the day of 16 degrees, but it is bright and sunny out there. N3YUG, W1JWC.
Yeah, W1JWC from N3YUG, very good. And yeah, it's it's been a chilly one here. We started out at about 22 degrees this morning, and surprisingly we're up to 35. So the sun's come out and warmed it up more than I thought it was going to. So that's a good sign. But I think by evening time things will probably be back down into those 20s and dropping down tonight. We're supposed to start to get some flurries this evening and through tomorrow. So I guess we'll stay inside most of the weekend and stay heated up with the radios and keep an eye outside and make sure the antennas keep the snow off them anyways. Back over to you there, Jerry.
Okay, N3YUG, W1JWC. Very good. Well, it started out, I woke up around 4 this morning, and I said, boy, it's like really cold in here. And came to the conclusion that the furnace was not running. And I was just about ready to go down to the basement, and I happened to look at the emergency switch for the furnace, and it was in the off position. Well, my son was doing some painting, and he forgot to flip the switch up. I guess he had moved it. So anyway, that was a happy ending to what I thought was a bad furnace on a very cold morning. Jason, we're running a Flex 6400 here with the external Maestro unit, about 800 watts, and our antenna is a high tower vertical antenna there. N3YUG, W1JWC.
Yeah, all right there. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that antenna setup. Tell me some more about the what is it, high tower antenna? Is that what you said, Jerry?
Yeah, it's made by High Gain. It's 3 sections of aluminum tower, about 24 feet tall, and then there's a mast on top of that that goes up to a total height of 53 feet. That is part of the 80-meter section. And then there's a bunch of parasitic radiators on the side of it for 40, 20, 10, and 15. And it works pretty good. It had to be anchored in cement because of its size. And then I got about 40 radials, about 40 to 60 feet long, whatever I could get on the ground there. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not seen much on that one, but now I understand where you're at on that one. Yeah, I'm just running a double bazooka out there at about 50 feet here on 40 meters, and running FTDX 101D, about 500 watts, something like that here on 40 meters today. I figured I'd get on and play a little bit, see who was out there, and once the winter field day stations come, we'll try to jump in and give them some contacts out there anyways. But Jerry, very good to talk to you, and I know there was some more calling, so I don't want to take too long, but you got a nice 5.9 signal coming down in here to Maryland today, and sounding really good. Take care and stay warm up there. W1JWC and N3YUG.
Okay, Jason, very good. You stay warm down here and safe, and we'll look forward to talking to you down the log here. W1JWC in Lynn from Massachusetts. So we'll be back.
All right, this is November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf, calling CQ on 40 meters, CQ 40 meters. N3YUG calling CQ on 40 and listening for any calls. CQ 40 meters, CQ 40 meters. November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf. N3YUG calling CQ on 40 meters and standing by for any calls.
Kilo Delta 2, Oscar Hotel Golf.
Yeah, Kilo Delta 2, Oscar Hotel Golf. Looks like Steven up in New York. Good afternoon to you. How's your Saturday going? Name on this end is Jason. Name here is Jason. Juliet Alpha Sierra Oscar November. Jason, over.
Roger that, Jason. What's your QTH?
QTH here is the southern part of Maryland. Mike Delta.
National Soaring Museum. It's about 18 degrees here. We've got the heat finally over one of our there. One more is coming back to me. Yourself?
Yeah, QSL. I got a little bit of a weak copy on you there and some QSB fading, but got you that you guys are out there and getting all set up today up that way. And we'll get you about at a 5.3 down here into Maryland. I'm going to sit back today and just hand out contacts for Winter Field Day, and instead of being out there in the cold. I've done it Winter Field Day probably the last 4 years, and going to take this year off, I guess, and maybe we'll get back out there next year and make some contacts for Winter Field Day. But hope you guys have a great one and enjoy the band conditions today, and hopefully it'll be favorable for you and stay warm up there. KD2OHG, N3YUG.
N3YUG, this is KD2OHG. Well, thank you for that. And maybe we can make contact after 2 o'clock. I'll put you in the log. Looking forward to the again. You're coming in about a 5.7 here. So I will go ahead and say 73. This is KD2OHG, not the first your time.
All right, Stephen, got the 5.7 there, and glad to work you today, and have a great one. KD2OHG and 3YUG. QRZ 40 meters from November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf.
Kilo Charlie 1, Golf Tango Kilo.
Yeah, Kilo Charlie 1, Golf Tango Kilo. Good afternoon. Nice signal, 5.9 here into the southern part of Maryland. Name on this end is Jason. Juliet Alpha Sierra Oscar November, over.
Hey, Jason, good morning. The name is Paul, Papa Alpha Uniform Lima. I'm in southern New Hampshire. Just turned the radio on, and this band is alive. Must be warming up for our field day. That's my guess. How's everything down there? It's a cold, chilly day up here. Probably not even 20 yet. But we're in for some snow. I think you're going to get it sooner than we are, over.
Oh yeah. I think we're gonna get stuff probably here. I'm guessing probably through the early morning. I think we'll be good probably to midnight, but they're calling for some flurries overnight, and then building up to about 3 to 5 inches tomorrow, which is kind of hard to believe looking outside right now because it looks absolutely beautiful out. The sun's shining. Looks like there's no breeze blowing right now, which we've had some cold wind going the last couple of days, but the temperature is still only about 35 here, so it's still a little bit on the chilly side, but the sun feels good, so that's a positive anyways. Back to you there, Paul. N3YUG to KC1GTK.
N3YUG. Yep, you're a little over 5.9 to me. You're peaking up in the red somewhat. So good signal here. I had to go grab some batteries. I was running out of batteries for I keep a lot of little LED lights around, and I said, well, I better grab some in case we lose the power. But we're not getting it. Probably I said Monday afternoon through Sunday. So, and then I've got to get my plow. My plow back legs and my plow are stuck in the mud. So I got to get the hammer out, beat them out of the ground, and put the plow on because it's saying 12 to 14, and on the seacoast of New Hampshire, you never know what that means. Could be 14 a plus, or it could be just nothing, but I don't think so this time. Radar looks ominous. Very good. So, very good. Well, I thought I'd say hi. You've got a great signal in here. I've been just listen around just a little bit because I just got out of the radio here. So I'll pass it back to you and put you in my log, Jason. KC1 GTK, back to you.
Yeah, very good there. And yeah, our weather guys down here they're kind of non-committal. I think that's kind of normal these days. I don't know why I'm surprised they came up with 3 to 5 inches. It's been jumping all over the place from a light dusting to 7 to 10 inches or something, but finally a few of them kind of settled on things, I guess, as it got closer, and we'll sit back here and see what happens. But yeah, we're the other thing we're playing with today is I got before it gets too cold out, I got a battery on charge, a little deep cycle 7 amp hour battery that I used to run my game cam out back. That's just on the yard, and I throw some corn out, and I get squirrels, fox, raccoons, and deer coming in there. So the deer have been coming in at night pretty regular, and the darn little solar panel it's a cheap solar panel. I got at Tractor Supply. It's only a 6 watt. I had that hooked to the battery, and it was I don't think it was keeping up with during the cold temperatures. Only at 400 milliamps. So battery pretty much died there yesterday. So I got that little battery on charge, trying to bring it back up, and then I'll put that back out for this evening. I'm going to put I got some fold up 100 watt panels, so I'm going to put one of those on there if I can get that back online this afternoon and keep it charged up, and hopefully see that the battery can handle the temperatures we're having, and it's just that little 6 watt panel just wasn't enough. So we'll get the charge controller and everything hooked back up and see what we got here. But any other plans are to work some winter field day stations and maybe some stations on 160. I got a 160 vertical out here that, well, it's a makeshift 160. Got a reel of wire that I reel out about 50 feet, and I built a loading coil for 160, and then I have the base and radios from a Wolf River coil setup. I'm not using the coil out of the setup, but I use the base to hook up the coax and the radios. I added a few radios to it to get a little bit better radio field there. Not too many. It's still kind of a portable setup, but it's not a bad way to get on 160 in the evening. Just take the coil out there and hook it up and reel out or reel in some wire to tune it up for 160 and see what we can get. So might touch a little bit on the 160 contest this evening as well. N3YUG, back to you.
Okay, well that game cam sounds good. We have visual game cams, my wife and I. We've thought about putting one up. We probably should, because even though I live in a town, it's not a city, but we have a lot of stuff in the backyard that comes through foxes. We had some foxes living under the shed, babies that is, this spring. That was kind of cool. I got some video of them, and the wife is a heavy duty bird feeder, so maybe we'll put one of those up. That'd be kind of fun. I like the idea of having you don't have to keep changing batteries the way you did it. And speaking of my wife, I got a little project to do. She came in here, and I said, well, I'll talk to you when I get done here. So I'll have to say 7-3, push in my log, and listen around on field day. It's going to be busy. I'm not going to do a heck of a lot. Look for Utah, that's it. So I'll say 7-3, Jason. I got to get out of here. And thank you for picking up my call. It's been a nice chat. Back to you for your final, and I got to go.
Yeah, okay there, Paul. And yeah, the game cam I got was a Link Micro, and it has a cell card in it also. So it transmits the photos. I get them I can download them on my cell and check them whenever I want. So it's kind of nice. I don't have to go out there every day and pull things. And now that I got the battery set up, hopefully I'll get the right size solar panel on there that I won't have the battery running out. And we'll be in good shape then. But Paul, take care. Keep the wife happy there, and you guys have a great afternoon. stay warm and stay safe up there in New Hampshire. KC1 GTK N3YUG 73.
73, my pleasure.
CQ 40 meters, CQ 40 meters from November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf, calling CQ and listening for any call.
Victor America 3. How you doing, Jason? W4ACW.
Yeah, W4ACW. John, good afternoon. I thought I heard you in there earlier, but I tried to get you in there, but I didn't hear you come back. How's things down your direction today?
Pretty good. I got my all my coaxes, well, except for my 160, and I got a 10-meter vertical. I don't have in the shack, but coax. But everything's back in the shack. I put up my 2-meter 440 antenna I purchased last week. That's up and it's working. And you try to get a hold of me. I don't know if I was on 40. I was on 40 actually. I was on 40 about 5 o'clock this morning. Working VK station, believe it or not. Over to you, Jason.
I was meaning just here, just a few minutes ago. Well, I guess it was probably 15 minutes ago, something like that. I was calling, and there was a JWC, Juliet Whiskey Charlie, in there. Maybe that's who it was, and I just thought I heard AWC. But yeah, I figured I'd play a little bit here before Winter Field Day started, and hand out some contacts for that one. And I got the my live stream going here to play with it and make some touch-ups and see how different settings sound a little bit. So just fun day in the shack, goofing around, I guess, and that's always a good day, right, John?
Oh yeah. I got my chores done this morning. Now I can pretty much kick back and relax. I may bring in some firewood before the night's over, though, because we're going to get a bunch of rain, and I don't feel like dealing with the rain and going out and getting firewood. So I may bring some in, and I'm going to probably help those that are working the field day, help them out a little bit. I was messing around. I got that other dipole up now, and I haven't seen too much favorability between the two. But then this morning, I got up and I got on 40 meters, and it was an Arizona station, guy out in Arizona. He was calling. He had a QSO going on with two fellows from Australia, VK, and I listened to him for about 20 minutes, and I decided, I was flip-flopping between the two antennas, and there was quite about 2.5 S units, from 5 to a 7.5, 8 between the two, and the east-west was the one that was performing, the one I just recently put up. And I went in there and I asked for a break, and we had a little round table going. It was kind of nice this morning. But that was early this morning, about 5 a.m. That's when I get a lot of VK coming in. Jason, over to you. WD4RM.
Yeah, I believe it was WD4 something RM. We'll come back to you here in just a second. But yeah, very good, John. And yeah, I got up this morning and got some chores going also. Well, things I wanted to get done outside. Playing with the battery for the game cam here today, and I put up my vertical setup to try to get on to 160 a little bit here tonight. Looked like there was a lot of activity last night for the contest, so I'll try to get in and play and see if I can work any new stations on 160. And try to get, I got to go out and switch some coaxes around for the 160. I got to bring it through so it goes through the antenna switch and the tuner, because I need to touch it up just a little bit on 160 if I'm going to run the amplifier up there. So we'll get that done here this afternoon. But the other station, WD4 !RM, this is N3YUG. Come on in and join us.
Okay, thank you very much. And I'm sorry I didn't get the call.
Whiskey Delta 4, Echo Romeo Mike. Name is Ken, Kilo Echo November. I'm located in southern Georgia, right on the Georgia-Florida line. Just tuning around, listening, and I heard the other station mention work in Arizona earlier this morning. I wonder if there's a guy out there that's got a terrific signal that works a lot of DX. It's W7SW. I just wondered if that might have been the one that you had heard this morning. W7SW. Anyway, the station had turned it over to me. You're coming in. I got a good solid 8 and 9 on you here in South Georgia. Again, the name is Ken, Kilo Echo November. Over.
Yeah, John, were you copying Ken there, WD4ERM?
Yeah, hey Ken, this is John over here in North Carolina, and I hear you fine. And no, the station that I was talking to was in Arizona was Craig, and his call was Kilo 7 Gulf India, and he had a round table with two gentlemen over there in Australia, and I was sitting there listening to him, and I got two dipoles on 40, and one facing northeast, north-northeast and south-southwest, and the other one's east-west, and I was just doing a little AB going on, and it turns out, sure enough, the AB was much better early this morning. But yep, fine business. You sound good up here in North Carolina. And by the way, Jason, I'm running 100 watts. I don't have my amp on yet. But you know what? You started talking about 160. Maybe I should just bring my coax in here anyway before it rains. I'm gonna probably do that right now. I got a 160 antenna also that I use, an inverted L that I set up a while back. But I'll let you hand it back over. I'm going to let Jason have it, and he can hand it back over to Ken. Nice meeting you there, Ken. W4ECW. Over to you, Jason.
Okay, John. And yeah, I figured, like I was telling the other station a little bit ago, I use that the base from the Wolf River coil, about five or six radials. And then I built a coil that I have a tap for 80 meters and 160, so it'll load up with about 50 feet of 1/16 steel gauge wire that I have on a reel there. So I can reel that out to adjust the frequency, and the loading coil there gets me up to 160, and that lets me get be able to turn the amp on for 160 also. And yeah, I'm running about 600 watts. It's bouncing in between there on the needle. But yeah, you're coming in 5.9 steady through it there, John. And the other station, WD4ERM, down there, Ken, he's coming in about 5.7 to 5.8, and not sounding too bad up this way from down there in Georgia today, Ken. We'll turn it back over to you, and we'll say 7.3 to W4AWC.
Okay, anyway, all right, I don't have a 160 antenna up. I got plenty of room to do it, and I should have already put one up. I'm using a vertical triangular shaped loop here. It's not a delta loop.
Sure enough, but I've been trying to keep a listening out for them on different.
And I don't have an amplifier. I just run the rig at the ST1000D. It does run 200 watts, but I don't have an amplifier. All right, well, listen, I got to run. The X-Cloud is coming in with lunch to the Chinese area. So I'm going to have to run. But listen, thanks for letting me just butt in for a minute. And you guys are sounding good down here. I'm in Quitman, Georgia. This is right on the Georgia-Florida line about 575. So 7.3, and I want every bit of the contest this afternoon. I'll probably be down in the 3W band, but I'm going to work some of it just for a while. But anyway, 7-3s, and y'all have a good weekend. WD4 ERM.
Yeah, WD4 ERM N3YUG. Very good there, Ken, and good to hear you today. Have a great one, and stay safe and stay warm down there from N3YUG. And the test station, W4 station, you want to give me your call again? All right, nothing heard from the station sending CW there. All right, CQ 40 meters from November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf. We're listening.
Please to contest, Alpha India 4 Uniform, Alpha India 4 Uniform, contest.
Alpha India 4 Uniform, the frequency's in use, sir. CQ 40 meters from November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf. N3YUG, calling CQ and listening for any call. CQ 40 meters, CQ 40 meters. November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf. N3YUG, calling CQ and listening for any call. CQ 40 meters, CQ 40 meters. November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf, calling CQ and listening for any calls.
November 1, Radio Hotel November.
And I believe it's November 1, Hotel November. I'm going to QSY up one. Some guys moved in here for some reason about 1 kilohertz into my band pass just a few minutes ago and making it difficult to hear. So if you wouldn't mind QSYing up to 7.216, looks like it's clear up there on the pan adapter, and we'll catch you up there. N3YUG.
November 1, Radio Hotel November.
All right. November 1, Radio Hotel November. Now I can hear your call come in great. You're about 5'8" here in the southern part of Maryland. And name on this end is Jason, Juliet Alpha, Sierra, Oscar, November. We'll turn it back to you there, Paul, and good morning up in New Hampshire.
Good morning, Jason. I've got your QRZ page up here on my log, and do you get to use all those radios, or are they for show?
I'll tell you, Paul, I try my best. I think I've probably taken one off the bench here since that picture was taken. I had a Flex 6300 here that sat pretty much in the corner under my antenna tuner. I pulled that out so I had space to put my CW keys a little bit closer, because I really wasn't using that one since I got the FTDX101D. But I rotate through the old TS820, the Heathkit SB102, and the old Yaesu 101 Echo that I got on here, and give them a little exercise at least once a month. And a couple of the other ones we don't get on as often, but we still get over and stretch their legs a little bit. So it's a little bit of diversity in the shack's always fun there. Over.
Yeah, that's impressive. I see like a few Heathkits there. What is the rig you're using? Is that a Yaesu or a Kenwood?
The one I'm using right now is a Yaesu. It's the, I guess, the newest one, the FTDX101 Delta. So it's the 100-watt version. I've had it, I guess, about 2 years or close to that, something like that here. Got it shortly after they came out, and been enjoying it. And I run a pan adapter that's probably in the picture there, SD or HD SDR. pan adapter that runs off the IF or the receive out. I can't remember which one I got it plugged into on the back of the rig. And then we got double bazooka antennas outside, 40-meter double bazookas up at about 50 feet here on this band. Over.
Roger that. I'm running an ICOM 7610 in Boston, dipole, and I'm looking at your display there. I'm toying with the idea of putting the pan adapter on mine, but I just don't know if it's going to give me anything other than, you know, something bigger. I don't have a heck of a lot of room, but time will tell. I might try it just to try it. I've got a 19-inch monitor on my logging program now, but looks like he's got, what, 24-inch screens there. So, yeah, we'll see. Not really quite sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Paul. And, yeah, I think it's 22, 23-inch monitor, something like that. All three of these are. And, you know, I did the feed out of the back of the video feed out of the back of the 101 Delta, and the resolution coming out of the Yaesu rig is only 800 by 600, I think. So the resolution wasn't the greatest up on a LCD monitor, at least for me, what I like. Other people may think it's great. And I like a pretty good looking waterfall. The nice thing with the 7610, which I played with one for about 2-3 weeks. It was a loaner from a friend that has a radio company, or a ham company that goes through some rigs. So I got to play with one for a few weeks. I think the resolution on the 7610 is better, and ICOM definitely has a better waterfall built. They have a better resolution waterfall in the ICOMs than Yaesu has. So even just tapping into that video that comes out of the 7610 and putting it onto a monitor would probably be pretty good. The whole reason I went to the SDR Play and doing the pan adapter with computer software was I just wanted a better looking waterfall to be able to see what I was looking at than what came out of the video on the Yaesu here. So you might be happy with just the feed out of the back of the 7610, honestly. So something to ponder over, I guess. Paul, that picture, is that taken there in New Hampshire? N3YUG to N1RHN.
N1RHN. Yes, it is. That's Mount Washington, which is the highest mountain on the East Coast. It's a mile high. Taken, I think, 2 years ago, or maybe after I just retired. I'm not sure. But getting back to the monitors, everybody who put the monitor on the back of the 7610 complains about the resolution, and from what I've read, the general feeling is that they want to, everybody goes up to the pan adapter. But I'm happy with the waterfall on the 7610. It's a little bit small, but it's compared to on a monitor, but I see a lot on it, and I have it set up the way I like it. So I may take the output and put it into a monitor and just see what it looks like, but I kind of like the pan adapter idea, except, as I said, I just don't have the room for it.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I know the 7610 looked better, seems to look better than the Yaesu, I think, but I can understand, and that's my problem, is I like a better resolution than what they were giving me. So I can understand that with guys with the 7610s as well. And yeah, the other thing that it enables me to do is a little bit of what I'm testing right now is I got a live stream going on my YouTube channel, which not big on YouTube, but I've been playing with it here the last week. So capturing that top display that has the SDR Play hooked up and pan adapter shown on it, and pumping that into YouTube with some graphics and audio in there, so it puts it out there live, and then I can go back later and go through, kind of playing with some settings on audio with it, trying to hone everything in the way I want it. We're gonna on Thursday nights I'm with a group called the Band Hoppers, and we do a net Thursday night. We got net controls, 3 on the East Coast, 1 down in Louisiana, 1 in Colorado, South Dakota, and California. And we get on about 8 p.m. on 40 meters, around 7.220 usually. And we go for about 2 hours, and we pass the net control duties around, so we get pretty good coverage around the U.S. And I thought it would be kind of neat for our Band Hoppers group there to come up with a live stream so they could kind of see what propagation was like in Maryland here, and maybe hear what they sound like. If not live, they could go back afterwards and take a listen in. So we're working on that a little bit, something to play with and stay warm right now anyways. N3YUG, back to you, Paul.
N1RHN. I haven't done a lot of nets. I just kind of tune around the band. And wait for somebody calling a CQ or whatever. They do some DX spotting. I just got my credentials for LOTW, and I was playing with that this morning. Jason, whereabouts in Maryland are you? Did you say Southern Maryland?
Yeah, QSL, the southern portion of Maryland on the western banks of the Chesapeake Bay, kind of on a peninsula here between the Chesapeake Bay and the Potomac River, and about an hour and a half southeast of Washington, D.C., and about an hour south of Annapolis, the state capital there. Over.
Oh, okay. My niece lives in Annapolis. We used to go down to Chesapeake Island camping many years in a row when the kids were small. Kind of enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Especially when the horses came up and stuck their heads up against the screen and tried to get what you were eating. We haven't done that in a while, though. Kids are all grown up now, so it is what it is. Go ahead.
Yeah. I've lived here since 1991. I got here in the military, worked on the Navy base down here, and got out of the military still, but as a contractor, I still work with the base there. And I've yet to go over for to see the ponies. I guess that's just bad on my part. I need to make that trip one of these days and enjoy that, but just haven't made it over there. A couple times I've been through the southern section on the eastern shore there. It's been beautiful, so I can imagine over there at Assateague would be a great experience, and I can't blame you guys for going down and enjoying that. But Paul, I guess the winter field day the band's starting to fill up there from what I saw. So I'm going to clear out and give them some space, and probably roll around the band here and just make some contacts with the winter field day stations if we can. So it was great to talk to you, Paul, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do it again. Stay warm and stay safe up there, and have a great afternoon. N1RHN, N3YUG.
N3YUG, N1RHN. Okay, Jason, 73, stay safe, and we'll definitely have to do this again. I pop around the band, so I'm sure we'll run into each other again. Enjoy.
Take care, Paul, and 73 from N3YUG.
Jason, I'll talk to you probably later on, maybe throughout the bands. I'll look for you on the website there, and I'll catch you later. I brought my coaxes in case before the rain came, and so I'll have 160 if need be. 73 from W4ECW.
All right, John, sounds good. And maybe, who knows, maybe we'll catch each other on 160 this evening. That'd be cool. Take care, man. N3YUG.
All right, W4ACW 73.